Hi, a very warm welcome to Learning Excel with experts at the rate Edulyte. This is yellow belt level for beginners and welcome to lesson number 2. In this lesson, we will learn about playing around with columns and rows. What is the goal? Our goal is to know columns and rows better. What are the session contents? In this, we will learn about various options available related to columns and rows. What we will learn? We will learn adding, deleting, and changing width of columns, adding, deleting, changing height of rows, and merging cells. Before we do a deep dive, let's do a quick recap. In our previous session, we have discussed about the various components of the Excel screen. So here at the very top left hand side, we have the quick access toolbar, followed by menu bar. Then we have this entire area, which is known as ribbon. Then we have these alphabets, and these alphabets are nothing but the names assigned to the various columns available. And here we have the numbers, which is again a name assigned to the different rows. So have you ever wondered how many columns are available in Excel? So the total number of columns available in Excel sheet is 16,384. Any guesses how many numbers of rows? The total number of rows available is 1,048,576. Isn't it a humongous number? Yes, it is. Let's move on. And let's start and put our fingers to work. So we will learn to play around with columns. So here we go to the Excel sheet and let's assume we are entering some data points like 1, 3, 4, 6, 8. And after looking at the data set, we realized that, oops, we did a mistake and missed to enter a couple of data points in this series. So we have got two options. One, we can delete the entire data set, what we have entered so far, and re-enter it again. But this option is not very viable if you have a huge data set to work upon, or when you want to add some data points to an existing data set, which is huge. So what we will do, we need a column between A and B to enter a new data point. So what we can do is to enter a column or add a column between column A and column B. So how we can do that? Select the row or column where you want to enter the additional field. So here we need to enter a column between A and B. So what we will do is we will select column B by pressing the left button of the mouse. Then we will press the right button of the mouse and the dialog box will open with a couple of options. And this we will select the option insert, and here you go. You have an additional column between column A and column C, which is column B. So now you can enter the data point that is needed. Similarly, here between column D and E, we need one more column. So what we will do is we need to enter one column. So in order to enter the column, we have done it with mouse. Now we will do it with the help of keyboard. So in order to do that, what we will do is we will press shift plus, sorry, we will select it by pressing control plus space bar. And after that, we will press control and plus button. So here you got an additional column, and you can enter the missing data point, which is 5. So this is how we can add columns. If you want to delete a column, so for example, here we have added an additional column and which is not required. So now you want to remove this column F. So what we will do is we can select the column by pressing the left button of the mouse, then again press the right button of the mouse, and this dialog boxes will open and select the option delete, and the additional column is gone. We don't need whatever is here in column G. So what we will do is Control plus a space bar to select the column, and then Control and minus button to delete the column. This is how you can add or delete column using the mouse or the keyboard as per your preference. It is advisable if you really want to do the task at a better pace as compared at a better pace, then it is advisable to use the keyboard shortcuts. So in this session, we will present you a summary of the keyboard shortcuts that we have just used. And not only this, throughout this course, at the appropriate places, we will keep on sharing the keyboard shortcuts. And if you will keep on practicing your these keyboard shortcuts, trust me, the pace at which you can work on Excel will increase immensely as compared to using mouse again and again. So that was the tip for the day. Now, let's remove this data points and start working with columns. So for example, A, C, D, F, H. Again, we have entered some data points and we have realized that couple of data points are missing. Now we need to enter some additional rows to create a placeholder for those data points which are missing. So what we will do is we need a row between row number 1 and 2. So what we will do is we will select row number 2 by clicking on the left mouse button, then click the right mouse button and click on insert. And here we go. We get an additional row and we can enter the missing data point. Similarly, between row number 4 and 5, we need an additional column to insert the missing data point. What we will do is we will select the row number 5 by pressing Shift and space bar. And after that, Control and plus button will give you the additional required row to enter the missing data point. Whatever is there in column, row number 7, I don't need it. What I can do is just select the column by, select the row by clicking on the left button of the mouse, then right click in the dialog box, select the delete option, and your additional row is gone. If you want to do it with the help of keyboard, again, by pressing Shift and space bar, select the row that you want to delete, and then Control followed by minus key, and your row is gone. So this is how you can add or delete a row and a column. Now, if you want to change the width of the column, that is, this is my test data. I am entering it to show the effect. This is my first typing in Excel. So here you see, we have entered a couple of data points and the complete data set or the characters that we have entered in this particular cell is not visible. So now if you want to increase the width of this column, you have a couple of options. The first one is to select the column for which you want to adjust the width and take the mouse pointer to the right hand side margin of the column, and as soon as the shape of the mouse pointer changes just double click and the system will automatically adjust the width of the column basis the data which has been entered in that particular cell. That is option number one. Option number two is again, select the right hand margin or right side margin of the column, press the left mouse button. As soon as the width of the column is displayed, keep on dragging it towards right side and your column width will keep on increasing. So these are the two options. The third option is where you can actually define the width of the column. So what you can do is select the column, right click the mouse button, and here you will find the option named as column width. Here you will see a number. So now, depending on your requirement, you can enter the dimensions. So now, if you want this third option, you can use for to define the width of multiple columns. So I have here, we have selected 4 columns, and as soon as we will right click the mouse button and select the column width option, here you will see no number is appearing because the 4 columns that we have selected are of different sizes. So the system is not able to decide which size should be displayed here. So let's enter 20, and now you will see that the width of column B, C, D, and E has been fixed to 20. This is how you can adjust the width of a column. Now, if you want to change the height of the row, say for example, I have entered the same data here, and if I do the wrap text, means I have adjusted the data to fit in this particular cell in the width which has already been assigned to this column. So here you can see that the entire data point has been truncated and it is displayed in 5 different lines. If you increase the width of the column, this will again get adjusted. So now if you want to change the height of the row, what you can do is again select the row, right click the mouse button, and here instead of earlier when see here you will see the option row height. So right now we are working on row, so the system is giving us the option of row height. It is not giving the option of column width. So select the row height now. Here again you will see a number. So this is the default row height, and if you want to change, enter the number that you want to change. So you can see the height of the column has changed. That is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is go to the bottom margin of the row for which you want to change the height. As soon as the shape of the pointer changes, press the left mouse button and keep on dragging till the time you are satisfied with the row. So you can adjust the row as per row height as per your choice or as per your requirement. So this is how you can change the width of the column and height of the row. Let's delete all these data points and let's do it normal. Now, at times what happens is, say for example, let's create a table, serial number, name, age, address. So this is a table and the name of this table is student database. So a student database not only contains serial number, but it also contains the name, age, and address. So if you want to give this particular name to all these fields, or you want to make this appear to be the name of this list. So what we can do is select all the columns which are part of this list and click on merge and center. So now you see there's 4 different cells which you have selected has become one cell. You can not only select the cells horizontally, or you cannot, it is not necessary that you should be selecting the cells only vertically to make them as one cell. You can select the cells in any direction. So here first we have made some horizontal selection, and then we are making some vertical selection, and this entire area that we have selected, we as soon as we will click on merge, this has become all one cell. Here, notice one thing. The first cell that you have selected, or the cell from where you have started selecting the area or the different cells which you want to merge and make as one cell, the system will start recognizing that entire area by the name of first cell that you have selected. So here you see the first cell that we have selected is B4. As soon as we will merge, all these cells which are being merged together will be referred by the system as B4. Here now we have started selecting from C4. So all the selected cells which are merged will be referred as C4. Here we have selected A8. All the cells that we are selecting and merging will be referred as A8. So this is how your merging of cell work. So we have gone through the playing around with columns, that is adding, deleting, changing the width. Then we have worked on adding, deleting, and changing the row height. And we have also looked at merging the cells. As discussed earlier, these are the keyboard shortcuts. To select the column, Control plus a space bar. To select the row, Shift plus a space bar. To add a column or row, Control and followed by plus button. And to delete a row or column, Control followed by minus key. So that's all in today's session. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will look forward to you in our upcoming sessions. If you have any queries or any questions, feel free to write us at service@edulyte.com. Thank you.